The learning outcomes of this lesson is to know the meaning of different stock levels and its importance, and the factors which are influencing the stock levels, and the need for setting up of the stock levels and how to set the stock levels, and at the end to know the stock levels with real-time problems and graphs. These are the learning outcomes of the lesson. Now we will see the introductory part of different stock levels. The main purpose of this is to avoid the situation of understocking and overstocking. As we already know the meaning of understocking and overstocking, these are the two bad conditions for any firm. These two conditions are going to lead to the losses to any organization. Hence, it is very important to avoid both these situations by managing effectively the materials. And how to avoid these different conditions, that is overstocking and understocking, that we will come to know in the later steps. And these stock levels are not going to be permanent, but also needs to be revised depending upon the business conditions. These are not going to be permanent. It always changes depending upon the various factors of the business. And what are the factors which are going to influence the stock levels? The different factors which are going to influence the stock levels are anticipated rate of consumption, that means how much we are going to consume for the production process, and amount of capital which is available with the firm, and availability of storage space in the firm, warehousing cost, procurement cost, that is nothing but the purchase prices, reliability of suppliers, and also finally risk of loss due to obsolescence, deterioration, evaporation, fall in market prices. These are the four examples for the risk of loss. What do you mean by obsolescence? Obsolescence is nothing but decreasing of any fixed asset value or any asset value due to the technological changes is called as obsolescence. Let's take an example. Honda vehicle. The model is 2019 model and compared with the 2020 model. Automatically, because of releasing the 2020 model by the Honda company, due to this new product which is available in the market, because of this, the 2019 model price will automatically reduce in the market because of technological improvement. That is called as obsolescence. Deterioration, because of storage in the godown, the value might be decreases, that is called as a deterioration. Evaporation, due to the external factors like sunrise or air and other factors, the raw materials are going to evaporate, that is also comes under risk of loss. And finally, the fall in market prices. We may purchase today the materials, but in the next day the raw materials prices might be going to decrease. That is the anticipation. Due to all these things, if decreases the prices, automatically that is going to happen as a risk of loss to the firm. These are the different factors which are going to influence the stock levels in any firm. Now we will see the each and every stock level in detail. We will see the maximum stock levels. Here we can see the different stock levels in this slide, that is maximum stock level and minimum stock level, reorder level, average level, danger level, and economic ordering quantity. Out of these 6 different stock levels, in this class we are going to discuss about only first 5 stock levels. Now we will see the different stock levels one by one. The first one is maximum stock level. The maximum stock level is the level of stock above which the stock in hand should not normally be allowed to exceed. The stock which is in hand should not normally be allowed to exceed, that is called as a maximum stock level. It is the largest quantity of a particular material. The maximum stock level is nothing but a largest quantity of a particular material which may be held by the firm in the store at any point of time. This is the largest quantity. More than that, if the firm is going to have a material, that leads to overstocking. That is the reason why we need to avoid the cost of overstocking. We need to fix a maximum stock level. The objective behind the fixing of maximum stock level is simply to avoid the overstocking. How to avoid the overstocking? Very simple. To see that the stores are not going to exceed the maximum stock level, so that we can achieve the objective of avoiding cost of overstocking. Then factors. The factors of influencing maximum stock level is reorder level, reorder quantity, minimum rate of consumption, minimum reorder period, price fluctuations, and risk of obsolescence. And also, the formula for calculation of maximum stock level is reorder level plus reorder quantity minus bracket of minimum rate of consumption multiplied with minimum reorder period. This is the formula for the calculation of maximum stock level. Let's see the minimum stock level. Minimum stock level is a level of stock below which the stock should not be allowed to fall. It is the stock in hand should not normally fall below this stage. It is the lowest quantity of a particular material. The maximum stock level is the largest quantity, whereas minimum stock level is the lowest quantity of a particular material which must be held by any firm in the store at any time. That means at any point of time, the firm has to have this lowest quantity of a particular material with the firm in any point of time. If the stock is decreases to the minimum stock level, then it leads to the overstocking. What is the objective of stock levels? Stock levels objective is to avoid the overstocking and understocking. Overstocking is avoiding by following the maximum stock level, whereas to avoiding the understocking, we need to follow the minimum stock level. This understocking gives very negative indications to the business. That means when we are facing the understocking problem, automatically it leads to interruption of the production process. And now, what are the factors are influencing minimum stock level? The factors are reorder level, normal rate of consumption, and normal reorder period. These three factors are influencing the minimum stock level. And the formula for calculation of minimum stock level is reorder level minus bracket of normal rate of consumption into normal reorder period. Now we will see the reorder level. The reorder level is that level of stock at which fresh order should be placed for replenishment of stock. Whenever the stock gets over, that means when we are reaching to the minimum stock level, there is a buffer stock with the firm. Above the buffer stock, we are going to fix the minimum stock level. When the firm is reaching the minimum stock level, that means replenishment of stock, then it is very essential to order the fresh order to procure the raw materials. And it is fixed somewhere between maximum and minimum levels in such a way that fresh supplies are received just before the minimum level is reached. It is the level at which purchase requisition should be made out of for fresh supplies. And also the objective is to determine the fresh order should be placed for replenishment of stock. And the factors which are influencing the reorder level is minimum rate of consumption, maximum reorder period, and minimum level. The formula for calculation of this is maximum rate of consumption into maximum reorder period. Minimum level plus normal rate of consumption into normal reorder period. These are the two formulas depending upon the information given in the problem, which we are going to use the either one or any formula which is given over here. That is reorder level. After reorder level, we are going to learn the danger level. The meaning of danger level is that level at which normal issues of the raw material inventory are stopped and emergency issues are made on special requisition approved by the competent authority in the firm. That means the normal issues are going to be stopped because we are going to face the danger level. In that case, we need to stop the issuing of raw material for the normal conditions. And also the materials are issued for important jobs only by the permission of the competent authority. When stock reaches this level, an urgent action is required for the fresh supplies of materials. It is generally below the minimum level. This danger level is happening when the stock is reaching to the down to the minimum level. And also this any enterprise treat minimum level as danger level, whereas some others fix the danger level above the minimum level but below the reorder level. Fixing danger level below the minimum level is meant for taking urgent corrective action, whereas fixing it above the minimum level is for preventive action. That means danger level can be fixed either the above the minimum level or below the minimum level. If it is above the minimum level, it is a preventive measure. If it is below the minimum stock level, it is going to be a corrective action measure has to be taken by the firm to avoid the danger level condition in the firm. And what is the objective? Objective is to fix fixing the danger level, that is below minimum level, is to determine when an urgent action is required for fresh supplies of materials. Urgent required for the fresh supplies of materials, that means we need to have a very urgent order for the materials purchase and need to take it into the firm. That means through the purchasing we need to replace the materials, that is with fresh supplies of materials. And factors: normal rate of consumption, minimum reorder period for emergency purchases. Formula for the danger level is normal rate of consumption into maximum reorder period for emergency purchases. And then average stock level. Meaning of average stock level is average stock level indicates the average stock held by the organization. The average stock is simple, as we already know the maximum stock as well as minimum stock. Adding these two stocks and divided with the 2, then we will get the average stock. And this average stock is going to be useful for taking decision with respect to the storage cost or warehousing cost and all these things. The formula for calculation of the average stock is the average stock level is equals to 1 by 2 bracket of minimum level plus maximum level, or we can calculate this average stock level with another formula, that is minimum level plus 1 by 2 of reorder quantity. These are the different stock levels, and we can see these different stock levels in the picturized format. This y-axis shows the stock levels and x-axis shows the time period. This is the minimum stock level and this is the reorder level. This is the maximum level. This is called as buffer stock. Buffer stock means for the safety reasons we are going to keep this stock when we are facing the danger level condition. We are going to use this buffer stock for not interrupting the production process. Now, as and when the curve, we are starting with the maximum stock level here, maximum stock level. When we are using the raw materials for the production process, the curve will come down like this, stock will falling down. As and when the stock reaches to the reorder level, we need to give the order. That means as and when the stock reaches to this point, we need to give the fresh order, and a fresh order given and the raw material continuously using, and this is coming down to minimum stock level. The raw material is going to reach to the minimum stock level. By this time the fresh order is going to delivered into the firm. Whereas and when the fresh supplies are received into the firm, automatically the whole stock increases and touching upon the maximum stock level. In the same manner, again once touching to the maximum stock level, again production process is continuing, the raw material is coming down. As and when the reorder level point reaches the material, again the order will be given for the purchases, and this order is going to supplied by the suppliers raw materials. When the fresh supplies reaches to the firm, by that time the raw material is going to touching upon the minimum stock level. When the fresh raw materials is received into the firm, automatically again it reaches to the maximum stock level. Like that, always the firm is facing the maximum stock level and reorder level and minimum stock level. Sometimes when we are giving a fresh order and when we are receiving raw material, this time between these two periods, if it is going to be more, then automatically what happens? The raw materials position is going to decrease into the down to the minimum stock level. That means the firm is going to face the danger level. In the danger level condition, the firm is stopping the raw material issue for the regular job, and only for the important jobs, important works, the raw materials are going to be issued out of buffer stock. So when we are facing the danger level, danger level are going to be faced when the stock is coming down to the coming down to the minimum stock level. It is going to coming down to the minimum stock level when the lead time is more for any order. What is meant by lead time again? The lead time is nothing but the gap between the orders placed and the stock received. Order is given for the raw materials purchase, but the receiving of raw materials is it may take 1 week or 1 month. That lag time is called as lead time. If the lead time is going to be more and more, the danger level condition is going to be very high. So lead time has to be reduced. If the lead time increases, the raw material consumption is continuously happening and the curve is coming down to the minimum stock level, and on that time the firm is going to face the danger level condition. These are the reorder level, maximum stock level, minimum stock level, danger level and lead time. And then the danger level, we are going to use the buffer stock for the important jobs only. As and when the reorder level reaches, we are going to give the order, that is reordering quantity of material. When we are going to give the reordering quantity, the quantity which is already consumed, that is going to be ordered. Through that, we are going to collect the same number of raw materials, same number of units of raw materials, and finally again it reaches to the maximum stock level. These are the different stock levels are explained through the graph. And now we are going to see the lead time. Lead time, it is the time between placing an order and receipt of materials. That's what I already told you. Lead time is a time gap between placing an order, once you place the order, and the receipt of materials is going to take some time. The time gap is called as lead time. If the lead time is not going to be a very large, it is going to be very short, then only the firm is going to not to face the danger level. If it is a long lead time, the firm definitely is going to face much more danger level. When the materials are received, again the maximum level of is reached. As materials are consumed, the stock level is coming down. When the materials are consumed constantly, the stock level is coming down. Fresh supplies are received when stock reaches minimum level. These are the different stock levels explained through the graph